I think one of the things that I think is the problem with Annie is that she doesn't know her friends. But Annie, you talking about your reservations while the wedding is ongoing in the venue as an invited person. Hey. And you are there doing... She's a sweet person who thinks she's a gangster. But then when you go around talking about people behind their back and smiling and talking about your Prince of Africa. Wow. That wow, I laughed. Because that wow was just her saying, calm down, no, Swanky na my guy. And honestly, I don't like when people say things like, oh, I don't hide my feelings. I say, please hide it. You keep confiding in people who just want quick information. Nadia was not angry because of the whole witch and the B word at the wedding. Nadia just does not like Annie's character. Hello, okay. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time watching, hi. If this is your second, third, fourth, fifth time, how far? So today we're going to be talking about Young, Famous and Africa. That show has me on the edge. That show stresses me out, but if you think it's scripted or not, let me know down in the comment section. Just before you watch this video, let me know. And just for disclaimer, I want you to know that there are no personal feelings attached to any of these people or characters because I don't know them from anywhere, but it's just my opinion on things they did or their actions, basically. First off, I feel like the first person we should be talking about is the elephant in the room, the person that has everybody talking, who is Annie Idibia. That is Two-Face's wife. I have a lot to say. And I think that most of the things I might say are not even things that I've heard a lot of people say. And I think I'm going to come to her defense a little bit. Trust me, I'm not trying to patronize her or anything. Like, I'm not trying to be all nice. But I kind of understand her. Please, don't kill me. I try to understand people like that. And I feel like I get her to an extent. So I'm going to be in her defense to some extent. So I know a lot of people have been like, oh, she's very toxic. She's very this, she's very that. But then I feel like there are a couple sides and aspects of her that I kind of get. So first, let's start from episode 1. Zari's wedding. I think one of the things that I think is the problem with Annie is that she doesn't know her friends. That's my opinion. Because if you watch me right now and tell me you do not gossip about people or you have never said about somebody, then you are a liar. You are a liar. But then the only difference between Annie and us is that we know our friends. Annie here does not know her friends because she tends to talk about people with the friend of the people. So first, at Zari's wedding, she was raising brows, she was acting obnoxious, she was like, what was she say? She was like, Nadia, doesn't this venue remind you of something? Doesn't this venue remind you of something? Hello, it's a garden wedding. They are like the most popular style of weddings. Aren't garden weddings like the most popular thing?
You should have just told me that you wanted a wedding that looked exactly like mine.
I was like, wait, I don't understand, I'm lost. A garden wedding is like one of the most popular type of weddings. Like, what do you mean she admired your wedding so much that she wanted, like, I just thought that was so unnecessary when she was like, oh, the boy is too young and she doesn't know which one is the son and which one is the hot. No, now. You don't do that at people's weddings.
Yes, the son. You were with the prince.
Maybe when you can't reach house, you feel kind of just say, you see the husband, which hey, that's how they do things. You don't have the conversation in the venue. Most of the other cast members, they were having like their reservations. They were talking about their reservations when they were doing their personal shot. You see that place where they like talk about their feelings and how they were feeling. That was where most of them were having like conversations about like, oh, this is how they felt about the wedding. This is what they thought. This is what they thought about the host and whatnot. But Annie, you talking about your reservations while the wedding is ongoing in the venue as an invited person. Hey. With somebody who is not even your friend. Like Nadia has said it a million times over and over again. I do not think we are friends. And you are there doing... You don't know your friends. And that's the problem. The problem is not that you gossip too much. The problem is that you do not know your friends, because there's nobody that will tell me that 1 or 2 times they've not chot. But you don't know your friends, and that's why you go around talking to people who are not your friends about people they call friends, and then they now... it's a whole lot. Another thing is, Annie is too defensive. She's too defensive. Her body language is very defensive. The way she hears things is in a defensive mode. She's not hearing things as, this is what I think about what you've done. She's hearing it as, okay, you've given me your own, make I give you my own back. That's how Annie's hearing things. Like she's not open to like feedback. That's just the truth. Like even when she's talking, you see all that jerking she does with her head and her body. It's all like a defense mechanism. It's like she trying to prove that she's so pissed.
When she was done, Swanky started.
And I think another thing that I find very cute about Annie is that she's very sweet. She's a sweet person who thinks she's a gangster. Baby, you are not a gangster. You are a sweetheart. That's the problem. I've met a lot of people like that. I think I am like that as well. Like I think I'm a gangster, but I'm not. I'm actually such a sweet soul who cries about everything. And people like that, this is what happens to them. Like they think they are gangsters, they think they are hard, they think they are hardcore. Make nobody try me. I go treat him this one. I go mess him up. I go scatter his head. But then smart thing. You know, they even reach anything where they make people like us cry. That's the problem. She thinks she's tough, but she is not. The way she goes about ranting about people, you will think that when these people come to her face to say, why did you say this? She'll get that same gra. No. Now then she'll come, they say, and I only say that. You hurt me, I hurt you.
I said, you hurt me, I hurt you, it's fine. But when my kids came up...
And I don't play with my children. And auntie, no be like that, you take, come. Now fight you say come. Now when they can't ask you say, I hear saying like this, you can't do when you talk about people behind their back, it offends them, it provokes them. And so when they want to ask you questions like why you talk this, why you talk that, you're talking with the same energy you say talking. May they know say now here you stand. But then when you go around talking about people behind their back and smiling and talking about your Prince of Africa. Hello. You were just telling Fantana that people are in Lagos looking for how to mess him up. And you're no. That is not normal. And I think that she should learn to keep her emotions in her chest, because even if she and Swanky have kind of, sorted their issue, but she still feels a sort of resentment or anger towards Swanky, Fantana, Nadia, anybody who is friends with Swanky is not the person to go and vent to. No, vent to your husband, vent to your own personal friends who are not friends with Swanky. Tell them how he hurt you, but don't go around telling people that are friends with that same guy that you will mess him up. How? What did you think they would do? No, did you expect that they would say, okay, we are now close with Annie, so we can't know now? Like, If Annie could even read the room, Fantana was so struck. You see when Fantana was like, wow. That wow, I laughed.
Wow.
Because that wow was just her saying, calm down, no. Swanky na my guy, you. Relax, you won't come beat my friend. Calm down, bro. You don't reach like that. Her demeanor is very different from her. Like, she gives off, like, you see all that jerky movement she does, even if it's very like, it can be very disturbing to watch. I feel like that is her trying to mask the fact that she's actually very soft. She's trying so hard to be a gangster. But the truth is, she's just a soft person. Like, she's such a sweetheart. You see how she went to go and give a speech for Zari's wedding? She meant it. That's the funny thing about people like Annie. She meant every word. She truly is a sucker for love, because you can tell from her marriage life, she truly loves love. You see how excited she gets whenever she sees her husband. It's like they met yesterday. She loves love. And when she cried, she meant every tear. Like, she actually meant it. But then because she's always yapping like she's a tough guy, like, oh, this is how I feel, I say what I feel, I mean what I say, and I say it. Oh God, you don't. You need to get behind that. You need to get off that. And honestly, I don't like when people say things like, oh, I don't hide my feelings. I say, please hide it. Not everything that they talk about, hide it. I feel like we're in this generation of, oh, I'm very blunt, I say it as it is. Don't. She thinks that if she comes off as gra, people will respect her. She's trying so hard to protect herself because she knows she's a softie. She knows that her heart can be easily broken. So she's trying so hard to protect herself by telling people that, oh, this is how I am. This is what I say. Swanky should not mess with me. Who be swanky? Where Two-Face day? Who be this? But then the honest truth is, she's hoping that relationship sticks and holds itself. But she's always trying to give off like, oh, like, I make the say about where this relationship goes. But then she truly believes, like, she knows that if this relationship does not go well, it will break her. And I think that's her problem. Honestly. And I feel like a lot of people are like that, me included. Like, I like to act like, oh, I don't care, I'm like this, I'm like that. But the truth is, I'm so soft. I'm so soft. So this might even be me talking to myself as well. Like, I feel like she should just, like, enjoy the fact that she enjoys friendship. And I think that's another thing I want to say. Annie loves friendship. She loves friendship so much that she doesn't even know who friends are. Because you see the new girl, Kefile, or what's her name? She automatically bonded over the fact that they are mothers. Like, she's already so excited because the woman is a mother. You see how joyful she is to speak to that lady. Annie loves friendship. She loves companionship. She loves the idea that, you know, she has somebody to talk to. And I honestly empathize with her. Like, even when she was speaking about her miscarriage, you can tell that she really wanted to have somebody to talk to in the friend group. But because she has created a narrative for herself, she could not. And yeah. I understand Annie. I don't know. I understand her. I feel like I get her. But then, because she's always putting on like I talk my mind, I say what I want. The man is too young for her. The wedding guests are like this. The venue is like this. Don't do that. Especially to somebody who is not your friend. I found something very interesting about Annie. You see where she was having lunch with Kefile. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I don't remember her name. And she's like, Nadia. And then Kefile was like, why did Nadia not say hi to Annie? And then she's like, Nadia, I don't mind this naughty girl. Don't mind this naughty girl? You literally just like bashed her I don't know how many days ago or whatnot at Zari's wedding. And she's keeping it real with you because obviously you have something in your chest for her. Everything is not cool. And so she's keeping it real. Like, she doesn't know where you guys stand. So she's not gonna come and start saying, "Oh, hello, hi, how are you doing? How are the kids?" No, she's gonna come real. And that's the thing about Nadia. Nadia does not play. If you guys are not cool, you guys are not cool. There has to be an apology. There has to be like tendered apology. Those type of people, they don't play. When you are not good with them, there has to be a process before you guys become cool. You just don't swipe and enter into, oh, we are now cool. No, no, no. Don't try that with Nadia. No, not Nadia, please. And so she's like, oh, Nadia, I don't mind this naughty girl. Naughty girl? And then Nadia is giving her like attitude and she's shocked. You called her a witch. For what? Una no did that. Like, Annie, that's why I keep saying Annie does not know who her friends are. You can't call somebody a witch when you guys are not on the same level. There are some of my friends that I know that we're very close. I can say certain things to them and they will not be offended. Like, I can say, what you do, you know, it's very bad. That is giving witchcraft. I should be like, I will say, I do now. Tell me. You know, there's some of my friends I can tell that to. But there's some of my friends that I know that if I say that to them, they're like, Gloria, how will you say that to me? Waiting, bring that leg. Do you get? That's the same. Like, how do you don't know who you don't know when to say certain things. Like, I feel like there's levels to this friendship thing. That's how I feel, but oh well. And I feel like another thing that I have a friend like this. She knows, and I'll tag her. I have a friend like this. People that, when there's gist, oh, they feed just day, mean that they chop gist. Now chop food. No. Wait till be food when gist day. That is Annie. Annie loves gist. She loves amebo. She rides off of it. She eats amebo for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. She gets so excited whenever somebody's talking about gist. And he's like, make we talk about it. Let's talk about it. She's very excited, and I know a couple of people that are like this. I'm going to mention my friend. She too like amebo. She's this person. And yeah, another thing that I said, I think I already said this before. When she and Zari, you see when they apologized to each other and they held hands, and I felt like that was so cute and so mature. You could tell that they were tired of fighting. Like, they were just sick of it. And that's one of the reasons I like Zari. I feel like Zari knows when to stop. She's just like, this is not worth it. And Zari can quickly see that the way she acted was a bit off. You see how she apologized to Kaylee? Like, she just kept apologizing, and I really appreciate that about Zari. Like, Zari is just smart. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Zari. If you don't like Zari, then that's your business. I love Zari. Like, I'm a sucker for Zari. I feel like she's so, like, she brings it head on. Like, she's not emotional. Like, Zari's not going to be crying about friendship. No. She's going to bring it on. You guys are going to fight, and she's going to enjoy the fight. She's not going to start crying about, oh my gosh, nobody's my friend. No. She's truly the boss lady. And so when they were done, like, doing that cute moment, and everybody was like, oh, so cute, so cute, so cute. I say so cute. Everybody was like, oh, so cute, so cute, so cute. And then she goes on to go and start talking about the whole situation again with the new lady, Kefili. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm butchering her name. I felt like that was unnecessary. You see, you keep confiding in people who just want quick information. You and the person just held hands. Like, you can just kill that conversation so that the relationship can blossom. Do you understand? You can't go and start talking about a situation that you guys just fixed. Even if it's a quick fix, but it's still a move to fix it, right? You were wrong. She was wrong. Both of you are working towards fixing it, and you're still going on to yap about how everybody was coming at you. Bro, you were going about talking about people. They heard about it, and then they came for you. It's not a gang up. How is that a gang up? If I go about yapping about people and this and that and how I'm going to mess them up and how they are living such quacky lives and how my life is better than theirs and how they are jealous of me and how they want to have my wedding, and they hear about it and they're not happy and they address it at the same time, it's not a gang up. You've just messed up for too long and now it's catching up with you. That's how I see it. You see the part where Annie, puts the whole thing together and she's like, she wants to apologize to everybody. She wants to make peace with everybody. And then Nadia was getting really pissed and angry and infuriated and all that. And then Iniedo, stepped in to kind of talk for Annie. She's like, oh, Annie's like a sister to me, which was really sweet because Annie could sense that Nadia was really pissed.
Can I say something, please,
Yes,
guys?
please.
The point where Nadia was blowing off steam, like getting really mad, that's the perfect part for Annie to be like, Nadia, I know you are angry. Like, honestly, the wedding was not the right place for me to come and start telling you about something you did last year. Like, why would I bring that up at that time? So I'm so sorry. Like, I know my actions have not been the best. I'm really sorry. I hope that we could patch things up and get better. I understand your feelings are valid. I feel like that was the best part, but she waited. She acted like a guest in her own party. Iniedo saw that and wanted to step in for her friend. She saw Iniedo now calling her like, okay, since Nadia is pissed at me trying to help you out, oh yeah, Annie, talk. This is your point to say something. Say something.
Annie, perhaps you should take the floor. No, yeah. Annie, perhaps.
She saw that as offensive. And then she's like, she's fast forwarding. She wasn't fast forwarding first when she was defending you because you enjoyed it. You were even like, oh, she wants to say something on your defense. You liked it. You liked the part.
Let me let her speak. I was like, okay, she's trying to look out for me.
But because you saw that Nadia was not taking it well.
Oh my God.
None of us are.
So everyone's going to make excuses for bad behavior.
But because you saw that Nadia was not taking it well, you got scared. And she said it herself. She's like, she's scared now. That's how soft Annie is. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make. Annie is so soft. Annie would never have spoken. Because Nadia was too aggressive for Annie. Annie doesn't like those type of no. She wants to leave. She wants to walk away. But then Nadia was just like pissed and angry. And she says that even with Iniedo speaking, Nadia is still pissed. So if Nami can't talk, what will happen? So when she saw that, she just backed out. And then Iniedo was like, you were never going to talk. You were never going. She's like, she would have spoken. Why did she not put the event together? Aga, you for just put the event and you would have gone. That's the honest truth. You would not have spoken. Because Nadia's reaction was just too much for Annie. And she saw that as, I can't deal with this. Like, this is too much for me. And speaking about Nadia, right? I'm of the belief that Nadia was not angry because of the whole witch and the B word at the wedding. Nadia just does not like Annie's character. That's the truth. That's what I think. You see, when Kefili was asking, what's her name? Was asking Annie, what did you think about the wedding? And the next thing Annie says is, if that's love, then I'm happy for them. Ooh, that pissed Nadia off. That particular statement pissed her off because then she realized that this person is just too negative. So it wasn't even really about the fact that she called Nadia a witch, or she was like, oh, you will be this one, you are a witch, you are a hypocrite, you are a snitch. It was just the fact that she noticed that this person is always having something bad about something to say. Like, they asked you about a wedding and you're talking about their relationship. Like, how does that even correlate? Wedding no be venue, no be food, no be ambience. What thing that one have to do with if it's love, then I'm happy for them? That was such a backhanded compliment. And I feel like that just threw Nadia off. It was like, this babe, who are you? And I think that's what Nadia didn't like. Nadia did not just like the fact that her energy always had to come with some sort of criticism about somebody. Like, she always had something critical to say. Like, it was never all vibes and peace and love and, you know, I like you, I like you. It was always like, I like you, but not like this you be. She talks about people ganging up on her, saying things that are rude, saying rude things to her. You say a lot of hurtful words, but you don't expect repercussions. That's the thing about Annie. She says things, but then she doesn't expect that people should take them seriously. You call somebody a witch, but you don't expect them to take it seriously. You call Swanky a user, but you don't expect him to take it seriously because it's you. Why? Do you understand? Like, I feel like her words carry weight in the fact that it hurts people, but she doesn't expect it to hurt you. Because when you come for her, then you are hurting her and her family members and her kids, because her kids mean so much to her. But then Zari's kids don't mean anything to her. Honestly. She's better. Annie is better at one-on-one conversations. her conversation with what's it called, Swanky, when it is one-on-one, it's a lot better than when it's in a group. You cannot get Annie to accept defeat in a group. No. But you can get her to come to understand what she has done in like a one-on-one setting. When she and what's her name, Zari, it was one-on-one. She and Swanky, it was one-on-one. I feel like she does a lot better when the atmosphere is calm. But when it's like little smirks and, you know, commentaries, nah, she's not interested anymore. Let's talk about Fantana. Fantana is a good friend. I feel like she's such a good friend. And she makes it very obvious who her allies are, like who her friends are. And I'm shocked that Annie did not notice, because Fantana is a very loyal friend. Like, she's the kind of friend that she just sticks to her friends. And I like that about her. Another thing about Fantana is Fantana and Diamond are the same people. I don't feel bad for Fantana. She doesn't feel bad for herself. Like, they are literally the same people. She knows they are the same people. So she's not too bothered about it, because that's the life she chose. She's not really offended or anything. And another thing is, you see the time where Fantana was getting angry at Louis because he had like an attraction for Kefili, and she's like, what do you like? Like, what is it you even like? I think that was jealousy. That was a little bit of jealousy. Like, she was jealous that, bro, you still chatting with me. You're still talking to me. A new babe has come now, so your focus have shifted. You don't forget who you did check before. You no can't know yourself again. So I feel like that was jealousy. And I'm happy that Louis was able to stand for himself and speak up. Oh, Shakib. Oh, listen. I'm the kind of person that, I don't know if this might come off weird, but I don't know why people have so much like anger towards situations like this, but then they are not as angry when like a 40-something-year-old man is dating somebody in her 20s. Like, age gap is age gap. It's not normal, but it's okay. Me, I would not date a man who is 10 years younger than me, but I might date a man who is 5 years younger than me, because if you've ever spoken to a man before, you know that age does not matter. You will speak to men that are in their 40s and they sound like kids. Like, they don't know what to do, when to do what. They are not masculine enough. They don't know when to, you know, act like the man and, you know, talk to you and like tell you, oh, this is what they think. Like, you don't get that vibe from them. You don't get wisdom from them. When they speak, they are not wise. When they give you advice, it's not wisdom. It just sounds childish. Like, you can get that from an older man. But you can talk to somebody your age and you're just like, oh, he's so wise. Like, he's so wise. Like, how does he talk like he's so much older than me? But even though like we're the same age. So I feel like me now, I find wisdom so attractive. I like men that are intelligent. I like men that speak beyond their years. It tickles my fancy. It tickles my brain. Shakib is a very wise guy. He's so slow to speak, slow to anger. Such a sweet fellow. Like, I don't know. I totally understand Zari. I was quite shocked for somebody like Annie, who is like, oh, I love love. I'm a sucker for love. Like, that's your place to be a sucker for love, right? And she's talking about, oh, he has kids. Zari has kids for, you know, a lot of people. How is he going to take care of? Like, bro, most of Zari's kids, they are old enough to be Shakib's friends. He's not going to be taking care of people that can be his friends. Like, literally, she has just 2 kids who are little, who are small, who are still growing. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, it's not that serious. I just find it very annoying when we are okay with old men, literally old, close to the grave, marrying young and beautiful women, but then an older lady who is stunning. Zari is stunning. Zari is a beauty to behold. I don't even know which young man will see her and not think, yeah. Like, you don't have to be her age to find her attractive. So why was Annie so shocked that saying he's only fantasized? Fanta waiting. Zari is beautiful. She works hard. She owns her stuff. She's elegant. She's well spoken. Who wouldn't want her? Who would not want her? I'm talking like I want her to. But then I felt like it was just unnecessary. Like, especially when the man, you can tell why she would want a man like that. There are some kind of relationships where it's be like, why now? The boy is so childish. He's not even masculine enough. Like, it's not giving. It's so like, except you knew that, oh, okay, this man is way younger than her. I feel like he controls the room in a very healthy way. It's not toxic. He's not talking down on her. He speaks well in a very authoritative way. He's able to tell her what he wants and when he wants it. He expresses himself. He says what he's uncomfortable with. And excuse me, how is that not beautiful to behold? How is... They are men, old men. They are older than their wives 10 years. They can't talk. What did they do you? What did they make you swell? You no go talk. You no go talk. But you're older than her. No be you supposed to tell her say, this the way you do, you know say I no like him. How you they talk like this? How this way they hug this man? You know say I no like him. They no go talk, or just they swell. They swell like puff puff. But a younger man, he's able to tell her, this is what I don't like. Even if she's defensive or she's explaining herself, that's what marriage is. Women will always defend themselves. But then I feel like him just being able to not shout at her, speak so calmly. Oh, Shakib. Shakib. I love that guy. And the fact that English is not his first language makes me even love him more, because it makes him talk so slow. It's Shakib. Shakib. I love him. I'm a married woman. You see that hug with Louis and what's her name? Zari? That was so wrong. Like, if somebody like DJ Khaled, what's his name be DJ? DJ Khaled. What's his name? I'm DJ Khaled. I don't know. Because if people like Nadia and the DJ guy can notice it, is wrong. Because these are people that are, they are open people, they are open-minded people, they are not people that are close or conservative or anyway. But if they can see that, why you they hug married woman like that? Let's bring that one. Louis is wrong. Okay, that's the thing. That's why I say Louis is quite childish. He comes off as, oh, but I hug everybody like this. This is how I hug everybody. This is how I've been hugging her. We're like hugging brother and sister. Uncle, she's a married woman. If you're hugging everybody like that, don't hug her like that. She's somebody's wife. That's the problem with Louis. Like, he doesn't understand boundaries. He doesn't understand. You see how, what's her name? Iniedo and Louis, the conversation that we're having about surrogacy. That was when I knew that Louis boy, today okay upstairs. You see this? You saw the excitement in his face when Iniedo brought up surrogacy. I just knew that this one not to go all right. How do you get excited when someone's talking about such a sensitive topic? Something you claim to have done your research on. Somebody brings it up and then you are like, high five? You think there's a woman out there who would rather do surrogacy than carry her own child? Like, that's how I just know that boy is just, a small picking they do him. There's no way. And see the way he now shut her up, told her, but you did the same thing. And then when she tries to explain, he's like, okay, it's fine, she can go. If he claims to have actually done the research that go to an agency, go to a medical facility, like take all your babes there, make them do tests, make them even check if they are even fit to carry your child. If that's how serious, because what is wrong with you? Why do we want to do seriously? You are a healthy young man. You can date one of them, get her pregnant, and which one? Like, what? Just find love.
So I'm very offended for Annie to sit there and make it seem like...
You are offended? Who offended you? Who? She should be offended. You are something that even Nigerians did not get the privilege to know too much details about. You carry that to come and sit down to help you look for who will help you carry your pikin. To audition women, see which one is worthy of your sperm. I feel like every other person is just like background. I don't really have anything to say about the rest. I'm happy for Kaylee and DJ. I'm happy for them, you know. I understand why the DJ guy will be hesitant to marrying again. I mean, you failed at 2 marriages. It'd be very hard to trust in marriage. Like, that is only sensible. It'd be very hard to be like, okay, this is something I want to do again. So I totally understand his hesitation to doing it again, especially because you found somebody that is really nice, very pretty, intelligent, calm lady. Like, Haley is such a calm, she doesn't have drama to her. So I feel like it'd be hard for him to be like, if I marry this one again, what if I mess it up? So I totally understand, and I'm happy for them. So that's all. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys disagree with me or not, let me know. I feel like I've yapped a lot. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I didn't offend anybody. Please have mercy on me. This is just my opinions on a show that was meant to be dramatic. So the drama was actually crazy. So you should watch it if you have not watched it yet. I feel like it's such a thrilling show. I feel like this season was really good. Thumbs up to them. Yeah, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and share.